Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Ghost Watchers Beginner's Guide. And this is what this video is going to be about, a very slow process and how you can be successful hunting a ghost. So let's start a new game very quickly. My first tip will be to always start a new ghost hunting game in the easiest difficulties possible. That will give you time to understand and to learn the game. And always start on the smallest map possible as well. In this case, it's going to be the abandoned house. Okay guys, so this is what's going to happen. This is the first place where you are going to land once you start the game. And as you can see, it's a multitude of items here that you should use at some point during the game. So instead of going one by one and tell you what everything does, let's do a bit of a gameplay and I will show you how I do it, and it really works for me. So the first thing I'm going to get is the torch, obviously, for obvious reasons. I mean, out there is pitch dark, so you're going to need a torch. Also, you're going to need maybe the radio and the EMF. So make sure everything is switched on, and let's go into the house. Now, my tip number 2 at this point is the following. You don't have to go all around the house looking for different things, and don't worry about that. That way we create this white cone of light where you can actually place everything inside, as you can see. Alright, so the tools are there. Now let's go and carry on bringing tools that you are going to need anyway. So let's get a thermometer and let's get the thing counter as well. In addition to that, we could bring, of course, we are going to bring the Ouija table and the voodoo doll at some point. So let's do that very quickly. Let's bring it here because all these items are going to be about collecting evidence, guys. So that's what we want to do at this point. So let's get into the particles counter as well in there. Whenever you start, check your objectives. That will give you extra cash if you want. In this occasion, will be to measure the temperature of a ghost. That will give you $50 for that. Take a picture of a ghost attack if you can do that. Take a photo of the ghost answering the board. You can do that. Once the Ouija board moves, you can take a picture and happy days. And measure the EMF of a ghost, which we left on the floor. If the ghost goes past, you automatically will do that achievement. And then it covers everything in there as well. So let's go put the book in there and the voodoo doll as well in there. So you can see now that the Ouija board is moving from side to side. What I recommend as well, straight away, another tip, is that as soon as you collect one evidence, you actually record the evidence. Very, very important. Now the way this game records evidence is very, very simple. You can see that you have a list of all the items that collect evidence right here on the left side. As you can see, you have the radio, the voodoo doll, the Ouija board, etc. Now within each category or each item you have options, and you need to move through the options, and when you move through the options you will see that the options on the right side change. So for example, if I'm doing the thermometer, you can see that at that temperature the poltergeist and the darkness and the Jiangshi gets taken away, meaning that that's not the ghost that you need to catch. And as you add different things, it gets narrowed down maybe just to one ghost. That is what you want. So very important that you do this and don't forget it, otherwise you won't get anywhere with this. Okay, so let's do the Ouija board. So this is the Ouija board, moves from side to side. You will see as well that you have different categories here. You have the ghost type, the ghost age, and the ghost mood. Each relevant item on the left side will eventually narrow down the ghost age and the ghost mood as well. For example, the particle counter, you can see that by putting in there, it moves the option up and down. So you have at some point to decide which ghost age and which ghost mood you think it is based on those evidence. So really important that you get those evidence in there. Very, very important. This is all the protection items that you have. So if I show you, you will see that the crucifix has 3 strings attached to it. Each string means 1 life that you have. So you have 3 chances to die and the crucifix will protect you. And as you can see, you have the same with the Christ statue, and incense is the same. What you need to figure out is which protection will work for which ghost. So once you have identified the ghost, then you can actually look at which item will protect you the most. Now you have a doubt and say, well, you know, it's early game, I haven't decided which ghost it is because I don't have enough evidence. I strongly recommend you to grab a silver bomb. These things will usually protect you against anything. So there you go, that is the way that we do it. Let's put things back for a minute. Something else I want to mention at this point as well is that if for whatever reason your ghost is very passive, you can actually encourage the ghost to be more active, and you do that by using the ritual dagger. Just placing it in the floor will encourage the ghost to be more active. Leave everything at the entrance of the house. You don't have to go around by any stretch of the imagination. In this game, the ghost will come to you, guaranteed. Very quiet for a minute. We have a ghost. There you go, the ghost just went past, and we have the particle counter at 40%, so keep it going until you get 100%. Very important. That will give you the evidence once it's fully charged to 100%. Okay, so we have some growling going on as well. Let's do one thing at a time, so see if we can actually capture this evidence very quickly. So we have another piece of evidence in here, 500 to 1000. Let's mark that one very quickly as well. And we have the particle counter here, 500 to 1000. So we know it's going to be, the ghost age is going to be older. That's what we know so far. Now, the voodoo doll wasn't here, so it's throwing the voodoo doll. As you can see, you don't have to go all around the house trying to figure out where the ghost is and all that. Place everything on the floor, and the ghost will come and do his job. So leave it there for a minute. Now, in terms of the voodoo doll, as you can see, we have more options. That will be throws a doll. You could actually have raised voodoo. That means that you will see the doll going up and down in a vertical manner. In this occasion, is throws the doll. So we know it's going to be a ghost mode. Is going to be in haunting mode. So you need to be aware of that as well. So it's going to be a bit aggressive, but not that much. In terms of the radio, we listened some growling going on a minute ago, so keep this in mind as well. That's going to be growl, and as you can see, it actually confirms that it's in a haunting and it's an older ghost age. And the ghost mode is going to be haunting and older respectively. So there you go, this is what it is. Now, in terms of the drawing, let me take that so you can see those. Whoa! It just threw the voodoo doll, big time. So that's going to be doodles, as they call it. That's going to be doodles, the notebook. So doodles, and we are dealing either with the darkness or the chow. Okay, so now we need to figure out if we have any footprints and what the EMF is going to be and the thermometer as well. By the way, at this point, you will see the ghost moving around the house, and probably you will have a good vision of what the ghost looks like. But don't be fooled. The model of the ghost won't change until you have identified the ghost. Once you have identified the ghost, the model will change. At the moment, to begin with, you just will see a black ghost shape floating around, and that is going to be for any type of ghost until you identify which ghost it is. Then the model will change. For example, if you're dealing with a child, you will see a model of a little kid going around behind you trying to kill you or whatever may do. We have EMF 5, there you go, eventually happens, so you just need to wait for the moment. Okay, so we have EMF 5 in this one. In this case, we are not sure what type of ghost is based on the evidence that we are giving you. Now, this is a very rare encounter that this is going to happen, so let's put this straight away as it was, between -5 and +5. Okay, so now that we have that, you can see that everything is grayed out, meaning that the game considers that based on this evidence is no ghost available. I think that that's not quite correct. Something happening here. Probably, maybe a bug, not too sure. Unless I'm missing something, of course. So what you can do though, you need to come to this place in here. Okay? And once you have selected your 3 alternatives to identify the ghost, you can actually upload the data in here. Oh, that one. and you can see it's telling us the child is older and is haunting, and that's going to be exactly here. The child, older, and haunting, as you can see. And then we can actually try to confirm. Now you can see these 3 lights in here. You have 3 opportunities to get this right. If you don't at the end, well, game is over, clearly. So let's give it a go and see if we are correct. There is a child. Okay, we're telling that is not a child. So I think that we need to do is recap a bit and go through the evidences, because it's something that we are doing wrong in this type of evidence. So maybe we can put the evidence back to nothing. EMF, maybe we are wrong on the EMF, maybe. Footprints doesn't leave any traces, I'm sure of that. In terms of the rest, the notebook, the particle counter, the Ouija board, and the radio, everything is absolutely fine, including the voodoo doll. So we have an issue around this area here. Either it's the EMF sensor, or it's the thermometer, or even footprints, because I can't see, could be the darkness or could be the child, and we already figured out that it's not the child, so it's a good chance could be the darkness. So let's go one by one. Let's get that thermometer. Oh, we need some protection as well. Yeah, we have some protection here. So what you can do as well, now that you see that, say for example is the darkness, so you go to the waking ghost, and the darkness tells you what you can actually be protected against, and that will be the crucifix and the salt as well, and also you can use the withering light, but we go into that later on. It can protect, incense can protect you as well, but at the same time that protects you will irritate the ghost, so we could do that as well. So I think at this point I'm pretty sure it's going to be the darkness as well. So let's choose the darkness a minute, shall we, and see what happened. Let's go back again, upload the data, and see if we are okay on this one. We had the darkness, it's older and haunted, and there you go. Now we know which ghost it is, and this is the way the mechanics of this game is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely love it. So now we need to follow the process of exorcism, guys. This is where fun starts. All right, so we don't think that we need the thermometer anymore. Now we need to check how we are going to waken the ghost, and you need to follow these steps. Now the first one, materialize the ghost, has already been done, and you materialize the ghost by doing this process in here. So now we know there's the darkness, it's older and it's haunting, and has been confirmed. This is the first step of materializing the ghost. So you already done it if you are at that point. We need a golden bomb, so let's do that, which is this one in here, clearly. This is the golden bomb. And also I'm going to check what's next. Turn on 5 light sources. So you need to do that in order, by the way. So this is the golden bomb, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to let the ghost grab me. Once it grabs me, then left click and we will through. There you go. Simple as that. You can see now how it has changed. The model of the ghost has changed, because that is relevant to the darkness. So that's what we do here. Now we need to check for we need to turn on 5 light sources. That means just go around and switch the lights on. Get your crucifix in this case, because that's what's going to protect you, and let's switch some lights on very quickly if we can do it. This light doesn't work, so let's move to the next one. Maybe this one. So that's going to be 1. By the way, another tip I'm going to give you: if you get lost in which stage of the haunting you are, you can actually come inside the van and check this monitor. That will tell you what is the last correct action that you did. In this case was using the golden bomb. Okay, we're going to switch another one in there, and all the lights are done as well. So now we need to look at the next step of the exorcism, guys. So let's get out of here quickly. Oh man, we are getting there, guys. We are getting there. Okay, so the magic book. Now the magic book is a very easy one to do as well. This is the magic book right here. And what I suggest you do in this occasion, if I can do it, you grab you a magic book and throw it on the floor. When the ghost walks over the book, you will see that the book rises up in the air and start doing lots of different cool stuff, and then that will be marked as well. So I usually put it somewhere here, because it's going to go past that way, no doubt. It's around here somewhere. There you go, it just done it. Be clever on the positioning of the book. Okay, there you go. So what's the next step? It's going to be turn off all the lights. Okay, so let's switch off all the lights now. There you go. That one is done as well. We switch all the lights off as well. And now the last step of this particular exorcism related to this particular ghost is going to be the withering light. And this is going to be the withering light. So the withering light is a little machine that you can place on the floor as well. There you go. The ghost is there. There you go. That has been done as well. So we use the withering light. And the last thing now is to catch the ghost. Now to catch the ghost probably is the funniest part of the game, I think. And that is going to be using the ghost catcher. This amazing ball in here. So we need to wait for the ghost to appear somewhere. And then we are going to throw the ball at it. So of course then we need to find the ghost and now we can throw at him. There you go. So we caught the ghost. And that's pretty much it, guys. So, of course, the game may change a bit based on what type of ghost you have and, you know, many different things. But it gives you a general idea on how the game works. It's actually very, very simple and very, very fun to play as well. I have to warn you, it's very, very scary as well. So if you're looking for that boost of excitement playing a horror game, this one is definitely for you. So I hope this helped you somehow if you're a beginner to the game to play as safe and as fun as you can play, and definitely, you know, feel achieved in catching the ghost. So there you go, guys. Please leave me the comment below. Let me know, what do you think about games like this? How do you find it? Are you completely beginner on it? Let me know, please, and we can actually discuss that further. So there you go. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next daily upload, guys. Until then, take care.